Bear Down Bears fans, Bear Down Breeze Nation. Football Friday, the first football Friday of the season is upon us, and so I am going to give you 3 keys to a Chicago Bears victory over the Los Angeles Rams, and it starts right now. Now, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly. We don't want you to miss a thing, so make sure that you hit that bell. This is the only channel that's talking Chicago sports like Chicago talk, so get in tune with us. Also, make sure y'all cop some of this fly merch. Been promising y'all the Bears merch for a little minute. Y'all can check out the Bears merch by checking the link in the description below. We appreciate the love. If y'all cop something for this upcoming season, man, send us pictures. Send us stuff on social media at Pat the Designer, at the Windy City, at the WC Breeze, all that good stuff, man. Now, keys to a Bears victory. Bears going into this week with a tough matchup coming their way. I mean, we're talking about a team that absolutely could represent the NFC in the playoff, in the Super Bowl this season. Not just the playoffs, in the Super Bowl this season. It was a team that was one quarterback away. Guess what? They go out, they get Matthew Stafford this offseason. They have found their quarterback. This is going to be a tough matchup for the Bears altogether. But I'm going to be real with you. If you guys checked out my my video yesterday talking about, you know, what I felt the final prediction was going to be, I really think, first off, I got the Bears going 10-7. So I'm probably more optimistic than most Bears fans in the world. But I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I have the Bears winning this first matchup just because I think that their familiarity with Matthew Stafford can be a help, and I believe that game one, early games like this are the games where we see a lot of those interesting upsets. So I absolutely think that this is an opportunity that the Bears need to take advantage of. But key number one, it's gonna come down to Khalil Mack, Robert Quinn, Eddie Goldman, if he's able to go, and Akeem Hicks. That defensive line has to be stout. The defensive line has to have a day. You have to start the season off right. You have to get to Matthew Stafford. The reason I say that, listen, just like the Bears have a familiarity with Matthew Stafford, Sean Desai has been watching Matthew Stafford for many years. Guess what? Matthew Stafford's been picking this Bears defense apart for some years as well. Matthew Stafford on Detroit, a lot less weapons, a lot less options to go to. There's going to be some opportunity there for him to absolutely get to you if he's given that time. And there's some opportunity there. I mean, even though PFF has the Rams rated high, listen, we're talking about Andrew Whitworth, who's coming in at 39 as their left tackle. There's an opportunity there for you to be able to get around that edge and be able to attack that position. We're going to have to see how he comes into this season at that older age. So that's going to be an area that the Bears are absolutely going to want to attack. I mean, that offensive line is pretty stout. They had a bounce-back season after the 2019 season where they really struggled mightily, and so I think that that's going to be an area where we see the Bears really try to take advantage of the Rams. And if they can, I mean, listen, that just opens everything up for the rest of this defense, and it makes Matthew Stafford's life harder. Listen, we know Matt Stafford is a guy that's going to be able to stand in there and take some shots, right? He's going to be a guy that's going to be able to stand in there, take a hit, still deliver the pass. He's that kind of quarterback. He doesn't shy away from contact, and so you have to be in his face all night. You have to make his life harder so that you can get so that your DBs and your safeties can absolutely make an impact on there. I mean, I need tipped arms. I need tipped passes at the line. I need sacks. The sack he's not somebody who the sack is going to shake and completely throw off, but he's somebody that if you kind of bump him and rock him, those balls are going to go airing, and so that gives the Bears opportunity for turnover, and I think that is going to be big for the Chicago Bears going into this week 1 matchup. Now, before I continue with the video, I want to know you guys' opinion, man. Let me know in the comments below as well. I'll be down there talking with you in the comments. What are your keys to a Chicago Bears victory over the Los Angeles Rams? I'll be down there talking with you as well. Key number 2 for me, Cole Kmet, second year, has to make a statement day 1, play 1, game 1, because he is going to be relied upon for a lot of what the Chicago Bears want to do this season. I mean, listen, he's going to be big not only in the passing game, kind of the whole tight end room as well, but listen, he's going to have to be big in the blocking game with the deficiencies that the Chicago Bears have at this offensive line. You hope that this line comes together, but I think that Juan Castillo is going to have to put in place a lot of sets where the tight end is also helping block on a play. And so there's going to be a lot put on the shoulders of Cole Kmet, but he's got to be Andy Dalton's #1 target coming out of this game. I know we all want to say Allen Robinson. I know we all want to say Darnell Mooney, but to me, if Cole Kmet is able to get those over the middle passes, get those big shots at the end zone, that's going to allow the Bears to open things up, because it's going to bring everybody to the middle of the field trying to stop him. Now Darnell Mooney has a deep shot. Now Allen Robinson has a shot to go deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a shot to use that length and use that body in his favor. And I think that that's going to be big for the Bears. You want to draw that defense in as much as possible with David Montgomery and with Cole Kmet. To me, those are going to be the two biggest keys for the Bears to win this game as a whole, offensively. And I think that's just going to bring everything kind of to the middle of the field. It's going to close everything in. And they're going to play up on that. And then all of a sudden, it gives Darnell Mooney the opportunity to get a deep shot, which, listen, now we got a couple of quarterbacks in the room that absolutely can deliver a deeper shot and make something happen there. And the Bears have a lot of speedy receivers on this team. They have a lot of guys who can attempt those deep shots. So you want to get that defense as bunched up as possible, trying to stop the run, trying to stop the underneath stuff so that you can hit them for the big play. That big play ability has to be there for the Chicago Bears this season. And so I think it all falls on the shoulders of Cole Kmet. One, being able to protect Andy Dalton along with that offensive line, and two, being able to kind of play over the middle and really just cram everything in for the Los Angeles Rams so that it opens everything up for the rest of the offense. I think it's just going to make the Bears' life so much easier, and to me, that's going to be huge in the success of this offense this season. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, I got to tell you about a special contest that we got going on, man. We've teamed up with FanDuel. I got a question for you, honestly. Are you like us, Bears fans who just know they can run a successful franchise if given a chance? Well, we have teamed up with FanDuel to give you the opportunity to be your own GM and put your skills to the test. With FanDuel being the leading premier sports gaming destination in the United States, we realized that this is the perfect way to not only team up with the Breeze Nation for fantasy fun. That's you guys, man. You guys have proven to be real family, so we want to have some fantasy fun with you, but also a way that works out so that you can win some cash money, cash prizes. That's what I'm talking about. We'll be doing the Windy City Weekly Fantasy Contest that allows you to win real cash prizes and compete against me and the squad. It's simple. You pick your team while staying under the given salary cap, and if you pick the best team, you win. First place prize is $100. Then it'll be tiered out between the top 25, at least getting your entry fee back. The contest will include all of this Sunday's 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. slate games. The contest will lock at kickoff of the first game. To enter, go to fanduel.com/Windy City Weekly or click the link in the description below. And please make sure that when you sign up, use our link, because this is a paid brand deal and it does help us get on here more often so that we can be with you and making more content. So that's fanduel.com/Windy City Weekly. I'll see you in the contest, man. Key number 3 for me. I kind of mentioned it early, and it's something that I think everybody has said, but you've got to allow David Montgomery to eat. You have to allow David Montgomery to be a reason that this offense works, and that is on play calling. It's also on David Montgomery. I think that Monty is a beast. I think that Monty showed us in the second half of last season that he 100% has the ability to go in there and take some heads off. He has the ability to go in there and really run hard and run through the contact and run through your face. A Marshawn Lynch, if you will, not of that caliber, but you know what I'm saying, like that kind of booming back, and I think that that's on Matt Nagy to use him, man. That is 100% on Matt Nagy to use him, and so it's kind of a twofold key there. But the Bears just have to get the running game established, even if it's Damian Williams, because when that running game is established, I mean, look at the model that they had with Jared Goff, a model that the Bears did not use in the last 2 seasons. What the Rams were able to do with Jared Goff was be able to run the ball when the team was doing well, run the ball with Todd Gurley, and then Jared Goff would be able to drop it off, because that defense wasn't looking at him. Look at what the Vikings do with Kirk Cousins. Hey, we're going to run this ball as much as we can with Delvin Cook, and then guess what? We're going to let Kirk Cousins throw it 14 or 15 times. If Andy Dalton comes out and he has 25 to 30 passes, this team is going to be in trouble, because it means that we're relying on his arm to win the game for us, and that's not going to be a key to success for us. A key to success right now, listen, I'm not saying you have to go all ground and pound, but I think that if you go heavy run, if you draw that defense in, now it makes Andy's shots count. That's the biggest thing for the Bears. Andy's shots have to count because he's gonna be able to get that ball a little bit better downfield. He's pretty accurate with the pill. If you're making his shots count, if you're making that defense play up, and now he's able to hit them over the top, guess what? That only improves the offensive plan moving forward. It only makes the offense look more cohesive. And I think that getting the running game going early, especially versus this offense, it also saves Andy Dalton from possibly being killed by Aaron Donald. Now, I know a lot of people are saying you didn't mention the offensive line. I didn't mention the offensive line because I'm going to be real with you. The Bears' offensive line usually does pretty well versus the Los Angeles Rams. You do got Aaron Donald there. You do got Leonard Floyd there. But they usually do a pretty good job versus the Rams. And so, to me, I want to see, first off, Leonard Floyd, you got to prove to me that last season wasn't a fluke. But I think that the offensive line will be, I'm not saying they're going to be great, but I think they'll be okay. This is a team that the Bears have played a lot, and this is a team that the Bears have done pretty well against. And so, but again, if you get that running game going, if you're able to run right at the guy, listen, you're able to make something happen in that running game. Now, all of a sudden, they're drawn in because they're trying to stop the run. You have to kill them with the run if you're going to make Andy work. If you're going to start Andy, at least give Andy an opportunity to be successful. Don't set him up for failure like we've seen so many times before. And those are my 3 keys to a Chicago Bears victory over the Los Angeles Rams. I do have the Bears winning this game. Let's say 24-17 Bears. I think that we're going to see a defensive nightmare on the Chicago Bears side. They're going to come out and cause some havoc. I do think they get to Aaron Donald. I do think they get to Matthew Stafford this weekend, and you kind of just hope coming out of this first game that Aaron Donald doesn't kill your quarterback. That's pretty much the hope anyway. I know a lot of people are hoping that he does, just so Justin Fields gets in. Hey, listen, if Andy's back there, Andy's my quarterback. You hate to see it, but I'm going to see it. We're going to watch this thing. So let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you as well. As always, man, it is your boy Pat, the designer, back at it again. What are your 3 keys to a Chicago Bears victory over the Los Angeles Rams? I'll be down there talking with you as well. Hey, yo, Chicago, make sure y'all cop some of this Bears merch, man. And y'all stay safe out there. Peace.